Hey guys, it's Randa from Randa's Beads. I get asked a lot of questions out and about how I iron my big pearl beads. So I figured today I can give you a little glimpse of how I iron something this large. So as you can see, I have a bunch of different pegboards connected to put this together. So I had to make sure this was all lined up correctly before I taped it. And I figured I'd show you guys how it's done. So this is the most nerve-wracking part of doing pearl beads, especially something this large, because if you hesitate, you're gonna mess something up. So you just wanna keep going. No matter what, you just wanna keep going. So when you tape, no matter what, when you start putting the tape down, just keep laying it down. Don't react. If something isn't straight, just keep going. You don't wanna mess anything up by getting beads stuck and pulling them up. So, the first thing I do is start measuring how long of tape I'm going to need. I'd rather have it longer than shorter. I never rip over top, because if so, there's a chance I'm going to catch one of the beads. I'm going to start from here, and like I said, I'm just going to start going down. In order to not rip everything up, I do one hand at a time. Slowly go over, especially when you're doing big beads. And then before I pull my fingers, I'm gonna hold that down while I pull off. Now you can see what size pieces I need down here a little better. Going up. 1, 2, down. And then you just want to straighten it as you go. As you can see, I start going off track right here. Not straight. It's all right. Keep going. Made that piece a little too long, that's for sure, that's for sure. I try not to let the tape go to waste, and I made this piece too short, so we'll just replace it over there. I use masking tape. A lot of people have used painter's tape, but it does not seem to be sticky enough for me. So I like masking tape, and I like Scotch brand. That did not seem strong enough. I was a little disappointed because I bought a bunch. I put the last piece on, and I'm gonna just take my hands and smooth it all out. Get all the tape as stuck down as we can. I made a little piece over here, so I'm gonna give it a little more tape. I have to be careful when I iron that, because heat will get trapped if there's double tape. Next thing I do is I take my roll of masking tape, it's usually nice and heavy, and I roll over and try to make sure all the beads get stuck to the tape. out all of it. I'm gonna start to lift up my ends a little so they're not sticking to my board. Use my tongs is easier. I'm not doing anything but unsticking these right now. Oh, I messed up over there a little bit, but everything can be fixed after I flip. And then something this big, you're just gonna hold your breath and hope you did the best you did, sticking all them down. And just remember, whatever we didn't, we can fix once we're done. So I'm gonna slowly start pulling up and up and up until we get it all done off the boards. And slowly, I'm gonna lay it back down. If you tape them good enough, you usually have some leeway to play around with it once it's flipped back over. As I look around, you might not be able to see it from all the way up there, as I can see some beads still missing. I'm gonna go ahead and place them back in order. Unroll my finger up here. And then just observe, go through, check your pattern again, make sure everything's correct, make sure nothing is out of place. So once you start ironing it, you won't be able to go back and fix it. And this is what it's like when it's all flipped. Your words will be backwards because it's the back side of the bead. And the ironing takes a little too long. So you guys do not want to sit here and watch that boring part. So I hope you enjoyed to see how I tape and pull my big pieces. If you have any questions, you can leave them below and I'll try to get back to you. Thanks.